I think you've been bit by the Elvis bug, Larry.
I've been bit by some medic. Is there a doctor in the house? Hey, man.
Hey, you've been digging in one of those Elvis tribute artist closets without glasses.
Do you love it?
They look good on you.
Oh, do they really?
I mean, look at me, look handsome.
Well, I got patriotic eyes, red, white, and blue. So, I want to do something. Hey, these cats, man, the band, good Lord, and the girls say, I thank them today for, for taking care of the music. They learned the songs. These old, I just write little songs about doggies and horses and beer joints and heartbreaks and stuff like that. And they learned the songs beautifully and sang it. Thank you very much. And here's what I want to do.
Yes, sir.
My beautiful wife, Janice, 2 days ago, oh, that's not my beautiful wife, Janice. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's... Where was I? Oh, she's an incredible human being. 2 days ago, we celebrated our 57th year. She's a little more conservative dress-wise. And I told her today, when I was getting dressed, I kind of had this button kind of there. I've still got it, sweetheart. So I'm going to button it up again before I go off stage, but
I think you should loosen it up like that for the show, though. I think that looks pretty good.
She told me there's nothing worse than a 78-year-old man with too much chest hair. Honey, this is the Elvis deal. I'm going for it.
Yeah, go for it, Larry. Go for it.
So thank you for having me back. I love being with you. It's always great to be here. And Elvis means so much to the world.
Yes.
To the world and to our family and to these nice fans. So every time they remember my address or phone number or email, to have me come back, I'll be right here.
Oh, we love having you. We'll have you here every year if you don't mind, Larry.
I'll be here.
Last year was your first Elvis week.
Yes.
And what was that experience like for you, coming out and seeing the love that the Elvis fans have for him?
It's I don't know. Try to think of another performer in the history of the world who has Jesus, maybe more, yes, who did more good for the world, than that young man, Elvis Presley, that was a worldwide phenomenon, the likes of which have we ever seen anything like that?
And we never will again.
No, I think that's, it was just, they say he's the most unique. Well, you're either unique or you're not. That'll deal about being a little bit pregnant. Ladies, is that possible? No. You're not the uniquest. You're more uniquer.
You're not a little unique.
You're, like I say, those earth-shattering, changing people. And he did a lot for the world. He took good care of his band.
He did.
And his singers and his people. Generous to a fault. I only met him a couple of times. When are we just going to visit?
Oh, yeah. Let's just talk. There's nothing I love more than listening to Larry Gatlin tell stories. It's the greatest thing.
Well, let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
You don't have to be full of crap to be in show business, but it really helps. So let's go to the beginning. First the earth cooled, then came the dinosaurs. After that, but I was in law school in Houston, Texas. A friend of mine said the Imperials needed a baritone singer. Roger Wiles had left the group. And so I left law school, went out there, auditioned with them. They were with Elvis at the Hilton at that time.
Yes.
And they did not need me for that show. They had the Sweet Inspirations and Millie and all those people. And they were doing, mostly. So they taught me the Jimmy Dean show, but I got to be with him, hang out. The first night they went up after the second show at the Hilton, and they had what they call breakfast at 2 in the morning. And all of a sudden, people were, having fun and digging it. He and Red and Sonny were doing the karate stuff, and all of a sudden, this 22-year-old kid from Odessa, Texas, we were standing at the buffet thing, eating beefsteak, tomatoes, and those big onions that he loved, by ourselves. I was standing there with Elvis Presley. So we started talking about the gospel people, the Blackwood brothers, and of course the Imperials, and people who were our heroes. And he could not have been nicer. So a couple of nights later, we were all sitting around, and there was a song he had heard about, something softly as I'm leaving, and nobody knew the song. And it's the Roberta Flack, softly as I leave. I think that was it. And I said, Mr. Presley, was it? He said, Elvis, kid. I said, softly as I leave you. He said, yeah, that's it. So somebody found it in a record store, and the next night, we all sat around in the dressing room back there and played that. I haven't thought of that story in 20 years, 50 years. Wow. But he was very kind. Obviously, the greatest single talented dynamo in the history of the world. Yeah. But he was always nice to me. My friend T.G. Shepherd told me, and the Imperials told me, that he really liked my singing, and then Felton Jarvis recorded a couple songs of mine that I had written. And here's what T.G. told me. He said, Larry, and I'm very humbled by this, and I'm grateful. He said, you were just really one of his favorite singers. And they used to listen to the songs, your albums, in Graceland. I said, well, T.G., I said, why didn't he just call me to come over and sing? And he said, he didn't want to bother you.
Wow.
Now, but that's a heart of gold. I mean, he didn't. Well, Elvis, no, really, kid, don't bother me. I'm very busy.
Well, it was the opposite, wasn't he?
You could have called. I would have been nice.
Well, it took a few years, but Graceland called you, and they said, please come out here and celebrate with us. And I mean, Elvis was, of course, the greatest singer of all time. Larry Gatlin is a great singer. He's one of the greatest singers I've ever heard in my life. He sounds like a record when he sings. It's amazing. And you had a great career with your brothers, a solo career as well. I mean, when I left Elvis Week last year, I couldn't get enough Gatlin Brothers. I went all the way home to Branson listening to 5 hours of Gatlin Brothers. You would have hated it.
Lord, you ran stuck in the car. You ran out of stuff to do. But I did. Those brothers of mine are my best friends.
Yeah.
We've been doing this 71 years. We're kind of on our farewell go around. They had a big celebration at the Ryman a couple months ago, celebrating our 70th anniversary. So I'll be 80.
There they are. Oh, there's those red, white, and blue eyes.
Oh my God, there are people here. I thought they'd overdub the crowd. They're right. If we make it, God willing, to March the 8th, no, May 2nd, March 8th we started in 1955. If we make it until May 2nd of 2028, I'll be 80 years old, if I make it then. And I'll be here every year in between now and that. So we're going to do a little, our final national, I mean, we'll probably work the Grand Ole Opry every now and then, but as far as actively going out there, we love the road. We're road bunnies. We are. I'll sit around the house for 3 or 4 days and I'll say, baby, ain't I supposed to be going somewhere? But after 80 years, and Keith Urban, I'm kind of segueing. I don't know what's coming out. I saw him downtown a couple of weeks ago. He said, dear God, mate, how long are we going to keep doing this shit? Stuff. S-C-H-I-T.
It's a PG show, Larry.
I'm sorry, Lord.
Heavenly Father, please forgive Larry for his sins.
So, and we were just talking. I said, I'm going to do it as long as I can sing. John, your favorite song. As long as I can sing, I've done enough dying in the key of A. I'll do this. Then I said, well, maybe A flat. And I said, no, A. I wrote it in A. We recorded it in A. The people bought the radio station play. And so I'm not going to go out there and stink up the joint and look like country music Spinal Tap. Hello, Chicago! We're in Detroit. Y'all have been great. The simple fact is this. Like I said, we're going to Shipshewana, Indiana in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Gateway.
Well, guess what? We had 700-800 people last year. 10% of them are dead. So, when you go back to the crowd, it's kind of, you walk out there and it's, well, why did we come? There ain't nobody here. Everybody died. So we want to do it as long as we can do it with class and dignity.
And an audience that's alive, apparently.
Yeah, when the average age of the front row is deceased. Mildred, where do you read for kids?
And on that note, Larry, sing us another song.
Okay.
What key is this next one in?
What do you mean? What key is it? I don't even know which one it is.
I have no clue.
We sing a Broken Lady. So give me a G or something.
Let's talk, and you have these ideas every day. You jot them down, you make notes, and tell me about this particular next song in general. You were looking for a gospel song you wanted to record and sing, and the words of the song, help me. Tell me about Help Me. It's such a beautiful number.
I was a kid. I was 20. Is that you, Elvis?
He said, hey, baby, go ahead and tell him about it, son.
All right.
None of that bullshit, Larry. Just say it, man.
With every head bowed and every eye closed, you know what? God's got a big sense of humor. Doesn't God have a big sense of humor? Some people call it grace. See, that's an idea for a song. That's everything I say. I can't help it. I think in rhymes, kinda, and I think. Do we have any English majors in the house? There's this thing. Okay. I don't have time to explain iambic pentameter to them, but it's the way Shakespeare wrote in song, da 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 da, right? So I think in da 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 da. I think like, honey, I'm going to the store to get some bread. When I come home, I'm gonna go play golf. Because I've done it for so long, and I think kind of in rhymes, and I'm very grateful. First of all, about 6 years ago, I was inducted. I sounded like a male tennis. I think you mentioned in some ways that I very gratefully was inducted into the National Songwriters Hall of Fame. And I tell people that I would not be in there were it not for the fact that every time, people say in my mind's eye, I saw something. In my mind's ear, every time I sit to write a song, I hear, in my mind's ear, I hear Brother Steve singing his low part over there. And I hear Brother Rudy, in this ear singing the high part. So that's a God thing for which I'm grateful. I wouldn't be in that Hall of Fame. We've had an incredible, thanks to nice people like you. And so I had great teachers. I love to read. I love poetry. I love listening to songs. I was at the Rendezvous yesterday. 2 racks of ribs. Well, yeah, it was great. And in that bottom room there's a picture of my first heroes, the Blackwood Brothers Quartet from Memphis, Tennessee. The first really awful day of my life, when my father had to come tell me that my hero, R.W. Blackwood, had been killed in a plane crash. And that was Elvis's hero. He got to try out for the Blackwood Brothers after that when he was. So from listening to those great gospel singers and then living in Odessa, when Elvis came out in the 50s, and then Roy Orbison when we were out, and hearing those people sing, what a great heritage that is for me, and for which I'm eternally grateful, and great school teachers and loving to read books. So I think Roger Miller used to do a thing. Janice is saying, "Where are you going, Larry?" Every cup of coffee I've ever had just kicked in. Roger Miller used to do a deal on his shows, on his TV show. He only had the show for 6 weeks because they realized they couldn't, you know. And he used to have this deal, it was live TV, and if there was a little time at the end where they, you know, had a little time, he'd go out there and then let him ask for people to give him a song idea, and he'd write a song. So one night he walked in and said, "Well, anybody got an idea for a song?" And this lady hollers out, "Saskatchewan!" And he said, "Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan, show me an itch and I'll scratch you one." So, does anybody have an idea for a song? They're not going to try it. So, anyway, being around the great songwriters, Chris Christopherson, I think, is the greatest. I got to give Chris the Texas Medal of Freedom, Texas Medal of the Arts. And I said, folks, very simply, I believe that Chris Christopherson is the greatest wordsmith in the English language since William Shakespeare. And I said, if that other Will were here, Willie Nelson, I think he'd say, "Gatlin, I think you're right." So getting to hang with those people, and Roger Miller, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Dolly, those great wordsmiths. I've had a charmed life, and I tried to, for all of my pontificate, I used to listen to them a lot. Listen to them. In my little speech there at the hall induction, I said, the melodies have always been the easy part. They're always the easy part. When I get the words right, the melodies, the words hum the melodies in my ear. I know what to do after that. So I'm grateful for, like I say, starting with the Blackwood Brothers and all the way, Elvis and all the way up. So, and you nice people bought records, and you've come to shows.
Yeah,
and
we love it.
We love it. We appreciate it.
When Elvis recorded a couple of your songs, how'd that feel?
Well, when you, how many of you have grandkids? Okay. Kids, not so much. But grandkids, when you have grandkids, and you go out to the fair, or you go shopping, or you go to church, or you go somewhere, and you got your grandkids with you, and somebody pats them on the head and says, "Aren't they cute?" That's what it's like when somebody records your song. It's like, wow, that feeling that you get. So, and especially someone like Elvis Presley and Felton Jarvis, you know, his producer was a dear friend of mine, and to have Felton, who was very, you know, he didn't just bring Elvis anything, he screened those songs, and for him to do two of the songs, can I tell you what will help me?
Please.
Are we going to sing it in a minute?
Yeah, you want to play a little guitar? You need me to leave over there for you? I'll set her up if you want. I'll be your roadie. I work cheap.
Oh, good.
Y'all want to hear Larry play a little guitar?
Janice and I got a call. We were broke. We were just kids. Janice was teaching school, and I was a janitor at WACTV in Nashville. And we scraped up enough money to buy a little red brick house out in Antioch, Tennessee. It was $219.57 a month. How many of you good folks remember your first house payment? How many of you good folks weren't sure whether or not you were going to make your second house payment? So that's how Janice and I were. We were sitting there one night, and we got a telephone call on our little telephone. And on the other end of the line was J.D. Sumner, and I've known him since we were kids. So the news that he had for Janice and me that evening was the fact that Elvis had just recorded 2 of my songs. Friends, when you're not sure whether you're going to make a $219.57 house payment, having Elvis Presley record 2 of your songs is a big deal. And J.D. told us all about it. He said, when Elvis recorded Help Me, he said he went into the booth in the jungle room, and the vocal booth, and said he pulled the microphone down on the stick, down about here. And the guys, you know, Elvis was a jokester. They didn't know what he was doing. He pulled that microphone down, and he knelt down, raised his hands toward heaven, and said, "Kick it off." And they started the song, and he raised his hands toward heaven and sang the whole song on his knees with his hands toward heaven. So when J.D. told me about that, you know, even now, it takes me back. It's all I can do to breathe. Plus these tight pants that are on my Yeah, we could use a dart or 2 in these kind of. So, J.D. told us about it, and after he had told us, we thanked him and asked him to please thank Elvis, and we hung up the phone and went back to watching our little TV in our little den in our little house. And the next day, Janice and I went out and bought a big old house.
Just where I fit into your master plan. Never thought I needed help before. I thought that I could get by myself. Well, now I know I just can't take it.
This man can sing. Great band. In California, is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills, in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, if you don't land that always played for, California's a brand new game. Hit me, band. Trying to be a hero, winding up a zero, can scar a man forever, right down to his soul. Living on the spotlight can kill a man outright, 'cause every glitter is not gold. All the gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills, in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, if you don't matter always played for, California's brand new game. We'll change keys, y'all sing. All the gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills, in somebody else. Hit 'em, boys. If you're dreaming about California, it don't matter always played for, California's brand new I love you, God bless you. God bless you.
Larry Gatlin, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think we can get one more song out of this incredible man?